be worried?
Having caught a mind virus, how big a concern should that be?
This seems like a common idea in like history. I think they come back to it often in the Perpetual Chess podcast. Like
Oh
that
yeah.
chess just whether it's like chess drives sane people crazy or keeps crazy people sane. One or the other, we don't know.
In Tao's book, he called it the Hong Kong flu at one point. He says chess is like the Hong Kong flu. I'm like, yeah, that's it's a dated reference.
Well, I still don't know if I should be worried. With all that to say.
Yeah.
But like, so far, it's a very funny book. It's not what I expected at all, this history of chess book. I'm getting a sense that it's not so much a book about the history of chess, but rather a look at history and the role that chess played in it. But still very interesting. And I've had several laugh out loud moments, so
Nice.
I might recommend it at the end of it.
I can't believe the Blitz game I just played. I was totally losing, then I won his queen, and then I was really like stressed about coming here, so I played mate and it wasn't mate, there was a knight guarding, but I was totally winning.
It's all good. We've all been there. Blitz is pain anyway.
You know, when you play mate and it's not mate, that's not good.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll soon get the taste out of your mouth. Replace it with a new taste, whatever the next game is.
Yeah, it's strange. Since finals began, I either win 8 games in a row or I lose 8 games in a row. I don't know what's going on, but it's one or the other.
Mm-hmm. So, anybody doing anything different tonight, or you guys just gonna play Rapid?
I'm thinking Rapid. I've given Blitz a good try, a real try. I played like a bunch of games. I played against Elfins. I really gave it a shot, and it was not good. I mean, I had some wins, but it did, like, afterwards when I played Rapid, it was very tough for me to switch back to not moving super fast. So all of a sudden, instead of being down on time, I would play moves in 2 seconds for no reason, and then at like dropped so quickly in Rapid, and I was like, all right, never mind, we're not doing this ever again.
Yeah, I mean, switching back and forth. I mean, first of all, playing each time control is a skill, and then being able to switch between them is yet another skill. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So definitely Rapid here.
This is our last Tuesday as a full group, right?
Yeah.
You want to do anything special for that?
Yeah. I didn't think of anything.
Pizza party?
Let's see.
Yeah, do you have party ideas, Dent?
Not any
Did you
good
bring
ones.
it up?
We could do Bug House or something.
I'm up for anything, really. I'm happy to play. I'm happy to do something more lighthearted if we wanted. I'm happy to just josh around for an hour. Whatever.
Have you guys ever done? Well, I know Elfins has done Puzzle Rush. Others, have you done Puzzle Rush Survival Mode?
Yes.
Once or
I think
twice.
we've all done it
Not
together.
often. Yeah.
Puzzle Rush Survival is the equivalent of, like, I don't know what's the name in Lichess, but they have an equivalent which I've done a couple times.
Okay. One thing is we could try and do that like as a group, as the four of you, see how far you can get working together on your answers.
Yeah,
Yeah?
I mean,
we've done that as a group before, and I enjoyed it. So maybe it'd be good for the chat as well.
should never say no to some puzzles.
All right.
All right.
Everybody bring me one opponent's head and then we'll switch to Puzzle Rush.
Say no
So
more.
one
Say
game.
no more. Say no more. So I apologize to whoever's in the blitz queue right now, because
David asked for a head.
Alright. One game it is.
right back
Leaving
with one
audio.
fresh victim.
Sorry, this board got messed up again. Oh, JB was on the Scrubs team when you guys made it to 40. I know you made it to 40. I didn't realize that was the week JB was with you. That's really good, 40. Whoa, Elfins' game is zipping along. Here comes the H-pawn. Looks like there's another Morphe fan out there, huh? Look at this. Spencer Morphe the 13th. Well, yes, it on 2 of the 4 have crossed 1400 during our session. Salmonites at 1402 right now. What happened to Elfins? Trap the queen, oh god! Alright. Starting over. And JB is at 1300 now. Playing her trusty Caro. Well, came after black fast here, and then this move was a big mistake. H5 would have been interesting. G5 is probably what white feared there. Yeah, Steve North, I'm going to open up new applications next week. I've decided to take 1 week off to process some more of the one-on-one lessons that Cozy has got us on the hook for. And then I'll start a new group of sessions. So it'll be a new 8-week thing. Sure, a way that we can apply. Yes, other people can also apply. Other people, including Steve North, will have the opportunity to apply. It's interesting. Not so simple. Not so simple. Right here, right? For Mr. Pimple. Interesting. Anyway, Here we go. Real game. Here, takes, here, hitting f7 and b7. Queen e7. Wow, this is like the game they memorized last week, right? If queen b7, black intends to defend with queen to b4 check. White could take on f7 twice and then go knight e5 and get this back, but that's just an equal material endgame. It's nothing to write home about. White can play bishop f7 check, queen f7, queen to b7 to trap the rook when there's no queen b4 left. But black has some counterplay with bishop takes knight, pawn takes, queen f3, right? Like here, check, here, takes, some complication. Okay, knight d4 was played. It allows queen check and intends to bring out more pieces, or it blundered queen e4, one or the other. But yeah, I think 8 weeks seemed like a good length for these first sessions that I did. So I'll probably make the next session also be 8 weeks. Okay, it's back to what Selma Knight's up to. Exchange French. Okay. Good move. That knight d7 move is risky. You know, a move like knight c6 or knight f7 often wins a pawn. Maybe black's got a counter because of this, right? Like takes, boom! And you can't play f3 because the rook's also attacking the queen. But I don't know if the players actually calculated any of that or if that just happens to be on the board. Okay, Selma calculated something. Going with the trade, bishop g4. Hi, Chess Falcon. Yep, that's probably the right one to take. Now someone has to have calculated something like bishop h5, queen g5, bishop g6. Or bishop h5, queen g5, knight f6. 2 different ways to make it work out. Excuse me. Let's see how much time Mr. Disco spent on bishop e3. 4 seconds. That means he saw this coming. I'm very, very happy, proud about that. Knight c3 played in 1 minute 23 here, so some more time on this move. But, I mean, correct would have been this. This, no? Oh, because queen g2, it's not so simple. Okay, so he wasn't sure. So he played this. Trade. Coming in. Got to recapture with the queen. Unless you didn't even consider this move. But hopefully you did consider it. Actually, maybe knight takes e6 was best. To leave this sort of uncontestable bishop on the board. And then, not even knight c3, even though it looks so nice because of queen g2. Just this move right away. You're threatening the knight, you're threatening bishop f7, you're threatening bishop d5. So, but the most important part of this compared to knight c3 is you're not giving your opponent a chance to play queen g2 because bishop d5 wins the game. So then you're going to see knight f6 to stop bishop d5. And then, you know, take it from there. Okay, so here. Queen a4? Oh, to win a whole queen. It's a nice-ish idea that seems to fail to the only move that black could consider, right? b5. Now knight takes b5, and the queen's still attacked. Knight b5, queen g2, knight c7. What a mess. Total mess. Total mess, wow.
Yeah, that's how it happens, I guess. That's how it happens.
Oh no, what happened here? I was on the other board. Elfins was up a rook.
This is why you do your puzzle rush and you pay attention to all the back rank mates.
And then just left the back. Oh my god. Oh horror. Oh horror.
Oh,
Oh horror.
that's why I didn't play rapid games. That's why I didn't play rapid games. Let's see, and in the first game, I think my resignation was well timed.
Yeah.
That's well.
Wow, Selma's got a crazy game going. How's JB's game? 2 knights against 2 bishops. Strategic. I prefer bishops, of course, but guess I'd keep this one with bishop e5.
Which game?
Jus de Raisin has black against Jess D. Ooh. Good move by Jess D. Yeah, this is a tough spot for JB. This queen needs to keep the rook defended, so she's got to move on the e file over here. That's the e file. Elfins, do you realize that you just told somebody capital K, capital E, capital K, capital W?
Yeah, if you have the Better Twitch TV enabled, then it's an emote.
Oh, it's a picture of something. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. If you have a popular Chrome extension, then it's an emote.
Okay.
If you don't, then it's random letters.
Yeah.
And
Tripling on the E file. This is a good game by Selma today. Really good game by Selma today.
what am I doing? I could have played anything and won.
Wow. It looks like his best move might be this crazy move, Queen E5. Who would even consider that? Well, nice try by Darshil Shah. This is an exciting move that they came up with. Bishop H3. Yeah, I'm impressed. Good work, friend. Okay, what's going on here? Here. Rook D1! The black queen didn't go to G2 like it should have. Oops. Queen C4. After Queen C4, Mr. Disco will be ahead. Okay, so here. Uh-oh, she left the knight hanging over here too. Woo! Incredible position. Mr. Disco won suddenly. Just by sitting and thinking.
Hey,
Hey, you just showed the guy you were going to think about your moves, and he said, well, if he's going to think about the moves, I give up.
yeah. It was a strange game. I thought I was coming back with the head right away, and then it got weird. Even after I lost, I win the queen. It's not an immediate kill
Nope.
right away. Like material is roughly even or something.
Yeah. The main thing in your favor is that that king's really exposed. If you castle and bring out your rook, you've got enough pieces to keep causing trouble for the king.
Yeah, I think that's easily winning, but
Yeah. Where was that bishop coming from? E3. Yeah, I think instead of bishop f4, even to trade the bishop, I would probably just castle in that position. Because you're going to need the rook to really... to break through, I think.
yeah, that was my plan right after, but I couldn't resist.
Wow, Selma Knight sacked one rook on e2, trying for checkmate over here. All right, the opponent allows it. I gave Darshiel Shah credit for some interesting moves, but overall didn't put in quite enough work here. Just played a little bit too fast compared to Selma.
It seemed like a good game. I don't think I did any like bad mistakes or
Yeah, it
something
seemed good.
incorrect.
It was like, I mean, it was complicated enough that for a couple moves, we don't know if the move you played is right or wrong.
Yeah.
But at least we can say it wasn't obviously wrong, because we can't tell.
I wish people would always take the pawn. Like Queen's Gambit accepted, I think is like 90% win rate for me with white.
Selma Knight is black, and Selma Knight is up in that corner. And I'm switching the board between Selma Knight's game and Judah Rezan's game. They're both playing on my left, or on what's like the left side to me, but I think the right side to you guys perhaps, and Thierry and Elfins are on the other side. Somehow JB escapes to an endgame here. Oh, white didn't save the bishop. Well, that was a boost. Oh, but she needs to eliminate this pawn. She can't give up this pawn for free. That needed to be king coming towards the center here. Now this pawn will surely, or almost surely, will seemingly win the game. Selma takes it down. Checkmate! Ooh, stylish with the rook and knight instead of using the queen. Which just leaves JB in this horrible, agonizing endgame. Is there anything that could go right for black? C3 could be a mistake, which allows knight e2. C6 with the bishop on a8 semi-traps the bishop.
How are we doing?
You and Thierry won, and Elfin's lost, and JB is still playing. She's pretty much losing.
Today's one of those days where I have lost many one games. I think every game I played today I lost when I was winning.
The game I saw you play today was pretty fantastic. So,
And I found a way to draw it. I found a way to not win like 6 times.
I thought I was about to do that too in my last game. I thought I blew it. I probably did blow it. I think he had chances at the end.
I think he played it nearly perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
He played almost perfectly, actually.
And I just felt like giving up the exchange back, and I was down material. I think towards the end, I just kind of started to lose confidence. Then I had that king walk at the end. I had to quadruple checked it.
Yeah, he walked into his death.
It's one of those French games, like those French position games. I get a lot because I play the French. That version of the exchange, I always feel uncomfortable in. Or not the exchange. The what happened in this one? Yeah, it was an exchange. All right, how's JD doing?
What? It's a kind of fashion? That doesn't make any sense. Dad clothes? It's random. That poor knight on D2.
Oh no.
Intentionally unfashionable. Not right now, Chess Falcon, but I'll be starting a new session in a week. And I have yet to determine what the rating ranges will be. Welcome back, Yuki. All right, messing black's pawns up to the maximum out of spite. Knight c4. Try to win with tripled pawns. Well, Phenom, you could say that 17 months is like the record. You could boast brag about that. I think we'd probably use your rapid rating, yeah, Chess Falcon. Oh, you even have a first in front of your name. Does that mean you are literally the first person ever? So you don't have to say it because it's already a picture in front of your name. This is grim, JB. This is grim. Okay. We're gonna switch scenes for a second here, I guess.
Mr. Disco, how'd you win? I guess, did they resign right there? I'm looking at-
Yeah, they resigned.
Yeah, they resigned, but according to the engine, I was winning from the start. Every single move, I'm like +4. Something.
How do you know what the engine thinks about your game?
Because I look. Yeah. Fishing to say, but I look.
Why? Why look? I'm right here.
For science. I don't know why.
It's a compulsion. It's a compulsion.
Yeah.
God. I wish I'd just refused to add that feature all those years back.
They would have put it as soon as you left.
They would have put it as soon as I left. I know.
And,
Yeah, I've got a group of 4 here, Yuki, who train every Tuesday and Thursday night from 8 to 9 p.m. And then I've got another group of 4 who train from 9 to 10 p.m. twice a week. All right, let's click this and transition to that. Whoa. And let's see, what should we do? We've got a big Xanth, and then
All
everybody,
right.
and then everybody else in a square, all mashed together. All right, it's gonna be our look for today, I guess. See if I can just make the Xanth a little more centered. Okay, what I have to do is I have to pin
Oh,
Xanth
my
a
book.
second.
Oh, it's blurry. You can't see it.
It's that blurry feature, gotcha.
Censored. That was my secret book.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Well, here we are as a sort of a group. I tried to center Xanth, but he got re-uncentered. Whatever, that thing's so huge. Okay, I'll make it a little bit smaller so it's more forgiving on the centering. Nope.
And my head's actually to scale there. I got a giant head.
All right, we got some weird amalgam of our heads over here, and now we're gonna go solve some puzzles together. So Puzzle Rush, survival.
Do we watch the puzzles on the stream or?
Oh, right. What I could do is I could just share my screen with you guys, which will be much faster. So let's mess up whatever I just did with the faces already. Share that with all of you. Now that's a beautiful window capture of whatever. All right, you guys can try and solve this while I try and solve whatever I'm trying to solve.
This is survival mode? All right.
Should be survival mode, yeah. It is white to move.
White to move.
So does bishop takes d7, bishop takes b8 work? Or no? No, it
The
doesn't.
undefended. I mean, the rook's hanging right now.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
no,
so
it
it's-
won't be hanging afterwards. It's just winning an exchange, right?
Yeah. Oh, but if you do bishop takes d7 like you said, they no,
Do you mean
they got that
b8?
knight.
But
No,
then
as
we
a-
take the second rook, they recapture, and then we can put our rook on d8.
Yep, she's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So bishop takes b8. We're in agreement.
I think so. Takes b8 takes.
Sounds good to me. Good enough
Bishop
for me.
takes b8 first.
Yes, because if we do bishop takes d7, then bishop just takes back, and then the rooks are defended. I think it's bishop takes b8, knight takes b8, bishop takes e8, knight takes e8, and then rook d8.
Yes. If we take on d7 first, we only get one exchange. If we take on b8 first, we get 2 exchanges and then another piece.
Yeah. Okay.
Final answer?
Bishop b8.
Okay.
Bishop takes b8. Oh,
Oh.
we didn't even need to do the rest.
All right. Now you guys are black.
Let's push that pawn. So, a4, right? Oh, we can't do a4, but you know what I mean.
I'll just keep pushing it for you guys.
Yeah.
Oh no, I
Alright.
wanted to under promote. Well,
just-
that's a mate.
I've never seen this tactic in my life.
Rook d1, check. And rook takes e1, mates.
Is it just a maiden one as well with take f8?
Oh, yep.
Rook
Oh,
d7. Just take the rook in the corner.
Good, good, good.
this is an interesting position. Whatever.
Knight check to win the queen.
Yep. I'll take it. Queen
Just
d1
mate.
check, right? And then takes me. Queen e2 check seems right, but then king. Where do we go
And
after
take the
that?
bishop, right?
Yeah, when king goes
that-
to
Is
g1.
it just taking the bishop after king goes to g1? Oh, because it's
I think
check.
so.
Yeah,
It's even
Yes, yes.
checkmate.
it's you're in checkmate. Look at that.
Yeah, it just happens to be.
This is just
Rook h8 mate, right?
yeah. Yeah, even f7's covered.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh,
Queen takes f2, check,
yeah.
and then takes g2 mate. I'm thinking rook takes e1 check, rook blocks on d1, bishop e1 check, king moves, and we take the rook with mate.
Nice.
Yep. Solid.
Well, that's a hanging bishop, right? Because the pawn is pinned. So the question is there something better than just taking that?
Don't think so.
Take it.
Okay.
Oh no, my queen.
Is it really
You
just
got the-
two? Oh
you
no,
also
no,
got-
sorry, there's the bishop afterwards.
You also got the classic queen h5 check and then sack in the knight. It's probably
Yeah.
gonna be.
I think that's right. I think it's queen h5 check.
Yeah, so that was an incorrect usage of "oh no, my queen," because we did sacrifice.
But I guess if they go king f1 instead of pushing the pawn, what's the follow up?
King f1.
Oh, I guess we take the knight with no. Yeah.
King f1. We can still knight check. I don't know.
If king f1,
We can, yeah.
Maybe knight check.
Yeah, knight check, and then we take the rook with check, or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Queen h5.
Queen h5.
Put on the board.
Okay.
Knight takes. I missed that
oh,
move.
so fun. I mean, I guess king h1, right?
King h.
They might just check us again. But I guess we could sack.
Yeah.
Hmm,
It's not dangerous because the bishop's in front of the queen, so you can just make king h1.
Yeah. I'm thinking we push that pawn.
Yeah.
yeah. And they try to stop it, and we go like d8. Oh no, not that way.
And
No,
now
I
rook
think
d6.
here we sack the rook.
Yes.
Rook d6 check. They're forced to take. I mean, they're not, but there are, and then we promote. Yeah.
This one.
That works.
And then promote that pawn.
Nice. Very nice.
Hey, stop just queen b6. Is that what can they throw in front of the
They can just put the pawn, but we take that, and then the queen. They can sack a bunch of material, but I don't think it stops the mate.
yeah.
So I think queen b6 check is definitely it.
Alrighty, let's try it.
Yeah.
All right. That's 15.
Okay.
Oh, his knight's pinned, so potentially it's knight takes e4.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. The pawn is hanging.
Oh yeah. Yes, indeed.
The puzzles
the
should be
pawn
getting
is not
harder,
a lot.
Sparta. Yeah.
What did you say, Thierry?
Nothing. I just thought the pawn is not much, but
Probably gonna pick up.
The
Go
only
ahead.
piece that can defend the knight is the rook. And the only piece that can defend the knight in addition to the queen is the rook. And the only squares the rook can go where it defends the knight. It'll be hanging, or there's rook
But
e3.
but even if it gets protected, like once we take the knight, anyways, the bishop is hanging afterwards.
Yeah,
We still win.
so you can't defend both.
Yeah. So, knight takes e4.
Mm-hmm.
and knight takes knight. Oh. And
could probably take with the queen.
Queen takes c3, yeah,
Yep.
and then take that back.
All right.
What to move?
Knight check.
Yeah, knight f6, check, and we win the rook. Is there any?
We might get forked ourselves in a little bit, but maybe we have time. Like if they take our knight on d4, and then they have
What
knight
do you
takes
mean
c2.
fork ourselves?
There's a c2 is a weakness. If they
But then once we take the rook, we're about to promote our pawn anyways. I don't think we quite care that we're about to, even if we do lose a rook, like we're about to get a new queen.
yeah, that's fair.
So I
Check.
think it's knight f6 check, king e7 probably, knight takes rook with check, king back, and well, probably not king back because that's
So
check.
it's probably king d7, right? So we don't take with. Right, but it's okay. Yeah.
King here, so you don't get the rook with check, right?
Yeah.
And then.
And then
We
knight
take the
takes
rook.
g8,
Mm-hmm.
and then and then that.
Well,
happens.
hold on, no, because if king d8 and then you take the rook, then bishop d4,
Mm-hmm.
and now your knight is trapped.
Mm-hmm.
Bishop d4, then you could play f
But
takes
it-
e3, and then bishop takes b2. Your knight is trapped.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
The knight is
Sorry, I
trapped,
did
what do
not
you mean?
follow that.
The
Yeah,
knight will be
I'm-
trapped.
I'm
The knight will be
still
trapped on
confused.
d8.
We're about to promote a pawn. I'm so confused as to like. I know we don't want to lose too much material at once, but at the
We're gonna
same
lose that
time,
pawn though. We're gonna lose the pawn if so it's if the knight
No, the
checks
knight
the king.
goes back. It protects the pawn.
yeah, the knight
Knight-
blocks the bishop.
The knight doesn't. Where does the knight go back to?
To f6.
Back to
Yeah, and
f6.
the bishop's
we
and the
sack it.
bishop's on NF. So king d8, knight
Mhm.
takes g8, bishop takes d4,
Mm-hmm.
and your
And
the
block.
bishop now covers f6.
Mm-hmm.
Knight f6, so we can promote
No,
the
and
queen,
then bishop takes f6.
And then we
And
push
and
the
then
pawn.
promote.
We check.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Seems good. Seems...
Because if we
Bishop takes
take,
f6 comes with a check as well. Because the king's on d8. Bishop f6 is a check because your king's on d8.
but that's not our king.
Their king, I mean.
But they're not checking their own king.
Yeah, I guess the other move would be instead of. I think this is the right answer, but the other, I guess, another variation would be, the check. But I guess bishop take d4, like we said. But then instead of taking the knight, you do knight takes c2 with a check against our king.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be, I guess, the other variation to
So,
worry about.
so it's,
If
again,
that happens and the bishop hasn't taken our knight, we just take back with the knight.
you could
I think.
just play f takes e3 and you just get a piece. Pawn takes e3.
F6.
Pawn takes knight. You just get a piece.
Yeah, but
And you're
we
still
can't
threat- and
get
you're
a
still threatening the
queen. I'm
fork.
still very confused. We can get like if we just take the knight now. Let's say they. I don't know.
Your pawn.
Take the pawn, right? So now we've lost the chance to do that and to win the rook.
Yeah, I think the check is correct on f6. I was just thinking that if we're gonna talk through all the danger, I just think another variation would be, king d8, bishop takes d4, knight. Bishop. Sorry. Knight takes g8, then bishop takes d4, knight back to f6. But then there's that check now on c2.
And also, bishop takes f6 is a check.
No,
When you
it's
play
Yeah.
knight back
No,
to
no,
f6,
no.
bishop takes f6 will be a check.
Oh,
How is it a check? I'm confused.
So knight f6 check, king to d8, knight takes g8, bishop takes d4. So bishop on d4 guards the f6 square. So knight back to f6. Bishop
Yeah.
takes f6, checking the king on d8.
No, but that's the same
It's
color.
it's the same king of the bishop.
Oh.
It's been a
Why
long
was
chess
no one
day.
gonna tell me? Look, I'm still asleep. That's why I stopped playing after 2 3-minute games.
The only thing I'm confused about is the pawn promoting is not like it's good, but it's not instantaneously checkmate, right? So I guess it's similar to. No, we're still way more winning, I think, than just taking the knight on e3.
Yeah, G8 is not like checkmate. It's like
That's
an
still
extra
much
queen.
better if we promote a queen on
I
g8 pre-checkmate.
All right,
yeah.
you guys ready?
Wait,
You picked
That sounds
something?
it.
No?
Yes, yes.
Knight
I think
f6
this is
check.
good. And then this is going to be the whole puzzle. They will just stop at knight.
Probably.
Oh no, good.
Knight takes rook. Knight takes g8.
Yeah. You guys were right.
boo.
After bishop d4, knight f6 is the only really good move because then the bishop can't take the pawn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Very good. All right.
I'm immediately looking at d5.
Okay.
Trying
Oh,
to-
sorry. I almost
After
made a
that,
move. Sorry. I'll put an arrow.
d5, if pawn takes, bishop takes, knight takes.
Since David almost made the move, now I'm convinced this is the move.
Fair enough. I think we have the most pressure as all these arrows show.
It made a nice
And
shape.
if somehow they don't take back, we can push. Yeah. Or we can't push. Actually, it's not protected, but I think d5 is the way here. I'm not
But what
seeing
was-
anything else.
I missed the tactic though. What are we winning that? Let's see, push.
We just have more things pressuring that square. So we push. Let's say that they start taking with the pawn. We take back with the pawn. They don't. I suppose they don't have to take back. But if
they
they
have
do,
to take back because otherwise we push and we fork, right?
yeah, exactly. So I mean, they could push back, but we're winning a piece at the end. Like we're having a material win at the end of all of this.
Okay, I do
That
see the
makes
fork in the
sense.
back.
Because we have, looking at d5, we have a pawn, the knight. Once we push, we'll have the queen looking there and the bishop on. Push, and then take the knight. Way to move.
Probably just let him take the bishop. Go get that pawn.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, king
King.
f5, king g6.
What's the drawing square here for black? Where would they have to get to draw this?
G8 or G7?
Nope.
h8.
F7?
Yeah.
They only have to get to one of these squares.
Huh.
To draw. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Your move?
Take.
King takes h6.
Yep.
These are the kind of puzzle where I wish we could it didn't switch right away, right?
So
Because
you
I'm
could-
actually the drawing thing. I
Right.
don't think I was so clear on, but
So you can play around with it.
Yeah, that would be an endgame trainer like you like.
Here I'm thinking I'm seeing either the check on e6 or blockading the rook from going after the pawn by putting the bishop as a decoy on d7.
Well, I like that one. I don't think the check works, but I like that decoy idea.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
you can just ignore the check, I think.
Or
Yeah,
they
I
take
mean,
our.
check, they take the bishop, and they're then quick enough to go behind the pawn and win it, so we don't get to promote. So it's probably the barrier.
The other. Okay.
Because then if they take, we can take back with the pawn, and if they don't take, we can push the pawn, they can take the bishop, and then we can promote with check.
I like that. I think that's got to be it. The idea I was thinking was like if you do, I don't think it works, but bishop c8, then they try to come around backwards. But your idea is faster, I think, and I like it.
But if they move the rook at this point, if we put the bishop on d7 and they move the rook, the bishop can take it. Like
Yeah,
there's not really a way.
yeah, I like it. I think that's it. That's
So bishop d7.
Yep.
C7
Mm-hmm.
and c8 queen.
Beautiful.
still looks like it might be a tough game though with
20
queen against a rook.
20.
Justin, what's your puzzle rating?
2100, I think. I just
Oh,
crossed.
okay, so we have a way to go if we look at this puzzle being like 11.
Alphins, I think it's like 2400 or something. I don't know.
Probably distract the knight and push the pawn. That probably
Although
works.
now
I
I'm
mean,
questioning how Alphins got to 2400, thinking that you can check your own king.
got him.
It worked, okay? It works.
It works. Sometimes he checks his own king. You guys just don't know how.
Works, yeah. I attack my own king before they do.
when the blunder check goes too far. All right.
I was thinking knight at knight e. I don't. I mean, you could work through. But I was thinking knight e4. They can't really take because then you can promote your pawn. They might try to blockade you. Oh, they're in check. They have to. Yeah.
Yeah, they have to take because either way we take it and then we can push. I think that's right. Because then they're not quick enough. Yep. Oh.
I'll play the only legal move for you.
Oh no, our rook maybe? What happened?
Something just got.
But did the
Eaten.
queen take anything? No.
She took something there, yeah. Maybe
Oh,
a
Took
nice.
their
knight.
own rook. We do have a check on e3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also have a check on d6.
Oh yeah.
We have 2 checks on e3.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the check on d6 picks up the knight.
No, I
Queen B6
think
has some
it's I
follow-ups
think
there.
there's a mate there. I think it's queen d6 check, king a5, bishop d2 check, king a1, and queen b4 mate. Is that mate? I think that's mate.
So,
Well-
what about queen d6, knight c6,
Yeah, that's what I was wondering about.
bishop e3
Um,
check?
Yeah. Bishop e3 check.
King
If the
a5?
king
King a5, but why king a5? We could go
Because if they play king a6, then we just take their knight with check. And, break the
and
window.
king b7.
King b7, we take we take the knight with check. The other one.
Yep.
Oh yeah, good.
So queen d6 first move,
Mm-hmm.
and then if they cover, we give the check on e3. And if they do that,
Take the knight with
Take
check.
their
I
knight
guess.
with check.
Sometimes these puzzles are really just mind-boggling because they'll be really complicated, and then it'll be something like, oh, there's a piece hanging, or the puzzle like they go to an annoying square or something like that, right? Like, and by annoying I mean not the square you think is the best one.
Mm-hmm.
Although I guess it's the one that avoids the maze, so maybe it is the best one. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, it's not always the move that a human would be most concerned about, sort of
Yeah.
checking
Yeah,
what
Costa
happens.
just did a video on that, right?
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, like this week. The difference between like a critical line or the engine line in puzzles.
I'm thinking queen b3 check.
And what's black's move?
If
Yeah.
they block with the queen, we can take again. If they block with the bishop, we can take. And eventually, if they block with the rook, we do rook d8.
So what
Maybe.
about
Oh, but if they block with the bishop, it doesn't work.
But king h1, just or h8.
yeah, king h8?
Well,
King h8, bishop b4?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Why not go bishop?
securing the queen and the rook. Yeah, that seems to work for me. I am not.
Isn't? Oh no. But if we're going to play bishop b4, why not play it on the first move?
Hangs
Because
our
our
queen.
queen's hanging.
Okay. Oopsie.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
the
so
check
I-
is to get your queen out of the way.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's right. And
Just
you
take
Ooh.
the whole rook.
the rook, right?
Yeah, it's mate if they. Yeah, so it was gonna be mate if they. Oh no, maybe not. I think it's a king.
So bishop check, and then if they block with the rook, we have rook check.
If they block with the bishop, I guess we can still take and we come out up a piece because we have the rook defending.
Hmm. Do we?
So if it's what I'm saying, if it's bishop c5,
Yeah, because
check,
of the
if they
check.
block-
You're right.
If they block, we can take check. They take with the knight, and we can take back with the rook. I guess it's the same question as we had last time, which is what if king h1? Then, and what?
Hmm.
Just bishop takes g2 check. And is that too wild?
They have to take.
King h1,
Then-
rook e2. How do they stop threats?
Knight. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think that's.
I mean, I don't know, like, can they stop the threats? I'm asking.
No, and I
Yeah,
think
it's so
the-
it's
the knight
one
here.
of those moves, but do we sack the bishop first or?
Guess if you put the rook on g2 first, they can play rook g. No, they can't because the bishop. But
But
they
I
can
think
play.
that's the point of rook e2. There's no need to stack. Once the rook is on e2, they can't give us an annoying check.
Yeah, rook e2 has multiple threats, and I think the only defenses they have hang pieces.
Give up the exchange. They can play rook g1.
Yeah.
Then we just play bishop takes g1 because our bishop's on c5. So Yeah.
Um,
Did the bishop take something on f6?
Probably a
Or did
knight.
you go back?
I mean, if we take that bishop, that knight's hanging on c3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if they move the knight, the rook's hanging, so you get to exchange probably.
But once we take, they'll probably take d5 with the knight to save the knight. And then what?
You could take the rook on a1,
It's defended by the queen though.
and then you get your
Our queen is defended by our bishop.
Oh, it
So
is.
you just get an exchange though after that.
That's enough to win a game.
Sometimes.
Well, almost.
So
Pretty
it ends up being. It ends up being what? A bishop. Wait, does that work out for us?
No, it's like an exchange minus one pawn if they can save the knight.
It basically ends up being just a bishop versus a knight. Wait, no, that doesn't work. We end up being down material, don't we? Oh, we have a second
No,
rook. We have a second rook. I didn't
Yeah,
see
we
the second
we're
rook.
taking in that variation. We're taking a bishop. They take a pawn. We take
Yeah.
a rook. They take our queen. Then we take their queen. We take a bishop, rook, and queen. They take a pawn, queen, and bishop. So we're up a rook for a pawn.
Yeah. No, totally. I didn't see the rook on f8.
Should I go?
Yeah.
Yeah, just king h8.
Yeah, king h8 is the only move. Yeah.
Yeah. Not bishop takes knight, losing the queen.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's not take that queen. Let's not do that, because it would be mate.
Yeah.
What do you mean? If
Oh,
they
actually,
move-
no, we can
if
go
they
back.
move
We
their
can
rook,
go
then we
back.
have a back rank mate.
We can go back. It's not quite mate.
Yeah, maybe
would-
that works.
But then they move their knight, and then they got. Let's see, queen takes queen, then it would be rook d8 check.
Queen
You
goes
guys
back
go
to
back.
f8.
Yeah, queen f8. Then they could probably move their knight out of the way. Wait, no, that's our knight. I see. I'm being like elephants now. Okay, yeah.
No,
That's-
but
that's,
you're right though. If they played knight check in this position, the king has to go back, and then we lose our queen, right? And then we get mated. No, am I wrong?
I don't think so.
But
No,
So-
we're
so-
defended.
Yeah, the basically it ends up being just a trade of queens, I guess.
But I think we get the. I think we have to.
We get the last rook.
And
again.
we get a rook too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we get a rook, so that's good.
All right. Queen takes queen.
Also, at the end of the variation, their bishop is hanging, and they also have mate hanging. So
Fair enough. All right.
So on pawn check, they have to go to e2, right? Good.
They got g3 as well.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that was a good puzzle just now. Dose is dose. It's good to have puzzles that make you find some defensive moves in them as well. This puzzle here is a good one too.
knight is no good.
Mm. Yeah.
F4 king G3. I'm sorry, G4 king G3, and then
Yeah.
F4 gets a rook. And
Okay.
Oh yeah.
But what if they go to
king
E2?
E2, then knight F4, and there's also knight C1 check. Both of those checks might have something to them.
So if they go back to E1, we pick up the rook or the exchange plus a pawn.
Yeah, so yeah,
But
'cause-
if they go to the two other squares, what do we have?
well, after knight F4, the only legal moves are king F1, king E1, and king D.
Yeah,
king
that's
D1.
my point. What do we have if they play king F1 or king D1?
Oh, knight takes F2 for. Oh, not for F1 though.
Yeah, so king E1, then knight G2, but king F1.
So check. Check.
Wait, hold on. Do we?
Check. Check.
Oh, G4, king E2, knight F4, check. King F1 or king D1, knight D5.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then after knight D5, rook E6.
Sparta Faro says you've got to use brute forks to solve this puzzle.
Let's see.
It's a new chess pun for me. I haven't heard that one before.
I mean, do we maybe just add an attacker on with rook f8?
Oh, actually, after rook E6, king D7? Yeah.
And then what if rook e7 checked? Oh, the knight's there to protect.
And the knight takes it, yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, that's
So
way
maybe
too
two
long.
for
They
me.
won't stop after 2 moves.
Good enough for me.
Oh, good.
Oh, well.
Now we just take the rook and
Yeah, so that's
Well,
an
wait,
example
wait,
where it's
no,
better
take
if the puzzle goes rook e6, king d7.
Yeah.
But I think they have the problem that on rook e6, the move rook g6 also wins, as well as king d7. And the chess.com thing does not yet allow multiple solutions.
Yeah.
So it won't
rook
give you
G6 too.
so it won't give you that branch. I would definitely think they should add that. That you can have, 2 winning moves in some variation, but for now it doesn't. So we'll take the rook and move on.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay, white to move.
Queen G7, king G7, and knight F5. Okay, that's that.
Yep. If it involves a queen sack, Alton's got it.
No,
Blurry
I cannot,
hands.
even if I'm sleepy, I can still throw my queen at.
Even asleep, if the answer is queen, just puts herself in harm's way.
Which, speaking of which,
I
their
think-
queen can be pinned to their king.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think here is just bishop g4.
But what about knight e2 check?
We
Yeah,
take.
I don't
Oh, we
think there's
can't
anything.
take-
Yeah, I don't think there's anything to it. Knight e2 check. Do we just play bishop takes e2?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's fine. Mm. I think we just play bishop takes e2.
And they save the queen. Could sack the
Or
sack
could it
exchange.
possibly be? Yeah, I was gonna say, could it possibly be queen takes? Because if rook takes, then we take the queen with check.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I wonder which one's better.
Wait,
So we get a queen and a knight instead of just a rook. But I think bishop takes is better. We get a rook instead of like a knight, right? Am I calculating right?
I tend to be all about trading queens, so I'm more supportive of if they check. I'm more supportive of taking with the queen, and that we end up being in an end game up a piece.
I think she's right. Taking with the queen actually does give.
Oh, and then after
Right,
we
just
take the queen with
simplification.
check, the knight is hanging as well. So we end up being in an endgame up 2 pieces.
Nice.
Wait.
Uh,
The
Oh wait, no,
No.
we took the knight already. Never mind.
The knight would not be hanging.
We took the knight already. It
Yeah,
is not there anymore.
knight would not be hanging, but
We're gonna capture your knight twice because we hate it that much.
Yes,
we don't get two knights.
exactly.
I don't know. I would prefer a rook, but I guess.
But we don't get a rook though. We get a
Did I
piece.
miscalculate?
If we just take back with the bishop, we get a piece, which I mean is nice, I guess. But it's nicer to be in an endgame of a piece than.
Oh yeah,
just-
right. They don't have to take back with the rook.
Yeah.
That's, yeah. I prefer to keep queens on the board, is what I'm saying, but you prefer to take them off.
I do. Plus, we also get after we check, we get to snag a pawn on h7 and start clearing the way maybe for some of our things. I don't know.
I guess. Yeah.
Probably won't touch that pawn on e7. But,
We don't have to touch the pawn on h7. We can also protect the pawn on c3 or push or. I'm voting take the queens.
All right.
Yeah.
Should we? I mean, it doesn't seem like you're discussing any move other than bishop g4.
The other variation I don't think worked that was interesting was bishop take b7 check. And the idea was if they take back, you get queen to f3 check, and then you can pick up that knight. But they don't have to take the bishop; they can just go king b8, for instance. So, but I like our variation we had.
What
Is there
about the
something?
other
Is there
knight check?
something that? Yeah. Is there something that bishop takes the knight for? Bishop takes f4.
I think that's just a get out of jail free card for black. I think they just survive.
They'll take back with their
Yeah.
queen.
And then the bishop check doesn't really lead us anywhere anymore.
Yeah.
All right.
I think.
Bishop g4. Are we in agreement?
Yeah, let's do it. All right, here's the test.
I mean, both variations we're up a piece, but I think if we take with the queen, we get an extra simple.
But there must be a reason why I mean, if they're giving us the choice, there's one that's much better according to the engine, right?
I think it's the end game,
I think
but
it's just simplification when you're up.
I don't know why you think that.
because I if
I'm
you're
joking,
your
but
your piece has so much more value if it can be easily targeted or forked or whatever with the queen. I think when the queens are still on the board, being up a piece is great, but there's still that threat, right? Whereas if you're up a piece and the queens are off the board, your piece have much more room to maneuver. So I think you're stronger being up a piece in an endgame than just being up a piece in the middle game.
yeah.
So I'd say take back with the queen here.
Oh, and also,
Also, there's a rook on
rook
B1.
hanging.
There's also
Yeah.
a rook on B1.
That's hanging. Yeah. So you were right, but maybe
Oh, and
not
yeah.
for that reason.
Did you guys just notice the rook?
Yeah, I didn't notice it before.
Yeah.
After
So there
playing
is a
position,
one rook
I
difference
need to,
between which way you take, but it's not a black rook, it's a white rook.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys figured it out? We can go on?
Yeah.
Queen.
Yeah. Only queen, because otherwise
Yeah.
their queen would have taken here. Okay, last puzzle for tonight.
Right.
Then I got to bring in the other group.
For a second, I thought it was literally just queen g7 mate, and then
Right.
I saw the rook.
Like, this will be easy.
I was like, wait, we're on 29. Why is this so easy?
Bishop A3 is
Phew.
almost because if they play queen takes A3, then queen E6 check. But unfortunately, I think bishop A3, queen takes E5.
You can reverse the move order, I think. Like if you do queen takes queen, then your bishop A3 move will
Good enough.
Oh yeah, it'll fork the it'll skewer the no, I don't know what it is when you skewer the same thing, but double
Skewering the
attack on
rook,
the rooks.
pinning the rook to the rook,
Yeah.
skewering the rook and the rook. Yeah, that's good enough for me.
Good enough for me too.
Just make sure that the knight doesn't have anything tricky. The knight's gonna hit a dark square, and there's nothing on light squares for us. So yeah.
And we take that rook, right?
So,
Good work. Good work. 30 out of 30. That's a good start. You could go further, but I got to bring in the next group.
Yeah.
awesome.
Maybe they take it up from here.
Yeah. Though they can start on their number
another
30.
30.
Sure, we'll tag them in, let them go till they make one mistake, and then make them play if they're game.
There you go. All right.
All right.
Thanks, David. Bye.
Sure.
Thanks.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
What's up?
Hello.
How are we all doing?
Pretty good. How are you guys?
Excellent. During the week since last Tuesday, I went from 1398 just under 1300, and now I'm back to 1380. So it's been a fun week.
You did a yo-yo.
Oh yeah.
Wait, Seth is like on vacation somewhere. Hang on.
Yeah. Whoa.
Hello, I'm in Molokai, the island of Molokai in Hawaii. The Hawaiian
All
island.
right. Yeah. I remember you said
Nice.
you were going to Hawaii.
Nice.
I was like,
Yeah.
that looks like more than a virtual background.
Yeah, I know. It's like one of those like fake backgrounds, but it's real.
But is this where you're staying?
Yeah, this is my father's home.
Oh,
I'm on the Lanai, facing the island of Lanai.
I was trying to figure out if
That's
that was
nice.
that or just the bar where you were putting down Mai Tais, like, or wherever they drink in Hawaii.
No,
Yeah.
Paul thought he was gonna be fancy being outside for today's class, and then Seth just one-upped him by being in Hawaii.
Yeah, folks at the garden.
I am outside today.
Yeah, it's outside Canada.
It's a tweet off between the birds in the garden and the birds on the island.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good evening, Yummy Sandwich.
Oh shoot! I don't have my camera on. It's not as classy.
Plan
Just
for today to just do like Puzzle Rush to 100.
To 100?
wow. Last time I did a group puzzle rush, it was actually with JB, and we got to 40 with JB and Seth. We got to 40 with Tetra Scrubs. Yep.
Still no
Perfect.
strike.
No strikes. Yep.
All right. Are you guys up for pushing this puzzle rush a little bit further?
You can do that.
Start at 30.
Sure.
We're starting at 30.
Yeah. So we just say it when we found it, or
Yeah.
okay.
Like the birds already found it, but now it's on you guys.
Yeah, I guess.
Over cheating.
So
I
maybe
would-
bishop
I would
d4.
say- yeah, but I say bishop d4, and then
Let me look
Bishop-
at the more. Sure.
yeah, I like bishop d4 too.
Bishop G4.
D4.
The B4.
D.
Okay. Bishop C4.
Oh, I should get my
bishop
mic back.
C4.
D.
But then if they move the king,
D as in Delta.
Okay. That makes sense of all the ones. Yeah, what's the
so
follow?
if king h1, rook c6, bishop c6, bishop c5.
Yeah.
Okay, so and if we play rook takes c6 first move, and then rook c8 maybe to double up and maybe take a piece.
But we already have the solution.
No, I mean this might
Wait.
be better because it wins the piece, right?
We have to win a piece.
We win a piece this way.
Yeah, if we take this way.
Yeah, bishop d4, rook takes c6, bishop takes c6, bishop takes c5.
You missed a move for white in there, but yeah, you meant king h1.
I did mean king h1. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah. Bishop. Okay.
That's what Dylan said.
Okay, so there's only one solution, so we need to refute Falk's lie. Like they can't both work.
Wait, what would
But
folks say?
what
Is
was
the
it?
response?
Yeah. To be clear, when you guys get one puzzle wrong, we're playing chess.
What did folk use to say against what we said?
But I'm saying that we have.
I mean, I didn't refute, but I was saying it's also an option.
Just what was the line?
Rook c6, bishop c6, rook c8.
Rook c8.
Yeah.
Then just bishop back, bishop f2.
But then
Then
the
the
dark square one hangs.
C bishop is hanging.
Yeah.
Um,
that one.
Yeah. That's a good point. Alright, takes, and then you.
Maybe we can try to refute the other line first. Maybe it's easier.
Yeah.
Well, I'll try to.
No,
review
I think
one.
the other line is probably
Well,
right.
Okay.
I'll work on trying to refute folks.
Alright, that's what I'm
Can
looking
you
at.
take off the arrows?
I'll take off the arrows for a moment, let you all work on different lines.
Alright.
Oh wait, it's like take.
Wait, the other line, the first line.
Okay, so what about bishop d4, king h1?
Wait, hold on. What? Okay.
If you just take on d4, I think it's over, right?
Yeah, why can't
It
they? Why
doesn't
can't
work.
they just play bishop takes d4?
I think if they take, it doesn't work anymore.
You know, so
No,
bishop
that's
d4, king
Oh,
h1,
that's true. Yep.
rook c6,
Yeah, I think it's all fine. Well, because on bishop d4, bishop takes d4.
This is too hard to do with multiple people. Let's just play chess.
No, I mean, if you
They
go like
just
bishop
did it.
d4 here and you take on d4, it doesn't work anymore for
Yeah.
black.
Wait,
Like,
why didn't you guys
just
say
equal.
yeah? Yeah, no one mentioned bishop takes d4.
Yeah, I think that's good. Let's go with Falk's line.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
I
maybe,
agree.
maybe we will get to play a game faster now.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Nope, that was it.
Yeah, so I think
Yeah,
I
that's-
found the refutation.
Yeah, it's bishop
The
takes
other one is
bishop.
bishop takes d4.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, maybe there's two then.
Yeah.
Um, check.
We're white.
No, I think it's H4. H4.
Rook d6, right?
H4, Rook C4, King
H4 and rook-
H3.
Rook H1,
Rook H1.
checkmate. Yeah.
Wait, but isn't it
King
h4?
H3, Rook H1, yeah.
Can we go one at a time?
Isn't it h4, then rook g6, and then king h3, and then we mate on h1?
Folks always got another one.
Oh, yeah, because, or else in my line they have F4.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but if with F4 you can just do
No,
G
you
takes
can't. You
F.
don't do anything. It's false right.
Oh
It's
yeah,
H4, Rook
okay.
D6.
All right, fair enough. No, I see that now. Mm-hmm.
We have to calculate that game on this if we trade queen.
Ooh, down a pawn. So probably not good.
No, but it takes B5, B5.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
then your king gets there, maybe.
No, it's not about the kings. It's just our pawn is faster.
There.
I think it's just queen takes queen and then push the G pawn.
The b pawn.
G pawn.
Yeah, it's takes
G pawn.
Yep. Queen takes no G. G as in George or
How?
That's
No,
G.
it is not.
it's a,
That can't be. You can't even be passed.
G as in Goo Goo Dolls.
Yes.
G as in Goof.
All right, hold on. If you take the queens,
Takes.
if you trade the queen,
trade the queen.
b5.
and
I
then
just-
push the gorilla pawn.
I just learned something here from
Oh.
Alpha Canis. We always talk about which pawn is faster, but technically pawns have identical velocities. It's really a matter of which one's closer to the queening square.
Actually, that's not true because pawns on the second rank are faster than pawns on the third.
And
rank.
that's why we should move the G pawn here. It's got the highest
Is the
velocity.
fastest.
No,
Yeah.
they are different velocities.
Yeah, b5. b5.
The average velocity is higher for a
B4.
pawn on the second rank.
Okay, now I think
Now
it's
just-
a4.
Yep.
Yeah,
eight-
A5.
Because can the king,
A4.
or a5,
A4.
can the king
Yep.
stop it on the b file? Wait, hold on. This
Yeah,
is
we
worth
promote with
calculating.
check, so we always win the piece anyway.
In the
If
square,
we push,
take, just push.
we promote with check, so it doesn't matter if we push the a4 pawn.
Just A4.
Okay, it doesn't matter if he queens. Yeah, we queen the check. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, this looks weird.
Queens check.
What about? I'm looking at knight F4 first.
I'm looking at.
Yeah,
queen
hold on,
check,
there's
then
one.
knight F4, but it's the same.
No,
you
we
either
just need to
queen
save
check
our.
first, or else the king can escape through.
I mean,
C6.
knight f4, our
Queen
rook
check.
just hangs with check.
It's queen G1, king E2, knight F4, because it's all.
Oh, with
check.
check. Yeah, that's true. Yep.
What?
But even then, if we
'Cause
take
then
on
they have to
h3,
go
our rook
queen
still hangs.
F3.
So,
Ooh, it's a new level
need
of
to save
complication.
We need to save our rook so we can take their rook.
No, we don't need to save our rook immediately though,
Okay. I'm
because
just
we
saying.
it's check if we go queen G1, knight F4.
What? So queen G1.
Or King F3.
King.
So Drit is going queen check, king up, knight check, king f3. Only legal moves
Okay.
so far from white.
Sure.
And then queen back to f2.
To G2.
Then
How are you saving the
Oh,
rook?
Sorry, yeah, or e2, right?
Oh, hold on. If we can
Then
get
the knight hangs.
Queen.
F3,
Yeah, then queen
and then
f2, king back to e2, then and then
Oh my god, does that line work
Knight.
with G5?
G5.
queen to g. Yeah, then queen g5.
No, not
Yeah.
On
And
the
then
G5.
then queen back to f2.
No, the queen's already on F2.
No, no. So here it is. It's
All right, yeah.
Queen,
Say the whole.
I have it. Queen g1, king e2, knight f4, king f3, queen f2, king e2, queen f5.
Nope.
Oh, no,
Um,
queen 2's illegal.
And queen f2 you.
No, queen, king e2.
King E2 knight covers. So
Wait, what's
king
wrong
can't go
with
to
queen?
E2.
Oh, king can't go to e2. So then is that just? King takes.
No, you
F,
hang your
takes
queen.
f4.
No.
No, queen's protected.
Wait,
Queen's
that's mate.
protected by the knight.
No, they have
no.
to take the knight. King takes the knight. King has to
King
take
takes
on
the
F4.
Knight, and then.
Oh, and then rook
then-
e4, right? Maybe
Rook,
if he takes the
rook,
knight.
Oh, rook e4. Yeah.
Rook E4,
Rook e4, and then we have queen g4 mate.
King F5, and then Queen G4 mate. You said.
Oh, we win the queen.
Yep.
I guess it's even better.
Okay, do that, David.
Even
Better than mate. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that
And it
was.
stopped.
Oh, come on. Whatever. I hate it when it does
Alright.
that.
Yeah, that was nice.
Oh man, this one's got a lot of stuff on the board.
What's that knight doing on f5? Wait. Wait, just played knight f5?
Yeah, why don't we just take
Yeah.
the knight?
Why not? There's obviously a problem
There's a
that's
reason.
like a two.
Oh, it's no?
I have no idea.
Let's just take the knight.
Well, if you take-
But
Which
maybe
which
rook
piece?
e1 is good.
You have to take it
e1.
with the queen.
Yep.
Why
You have to
not?
take with the
Oh,
queen.
just take it with the bishop.
Because otherwise they have queen
Take it
G7.
with the queen. That's the only track.
Wait,
Is it
hold
that
on.
simple?
Wait, but bishop takes rook e1. Oh no, it doesn't work because bishop takes again.
Hold on. So queen
Oh no, there's a problem. But there's a problem with queen takes because then queen to c6 check, take the bishop.
Mhm.
Wait, here, queen c6?
Yeah. Oh wait,
we
but
take the
Queen
queen.
C6 is covered.
Oh well.
Uh,
I don't know
queen
what the heck I was thinking. I'm just
E3
looking
is
at
okay.
forks. That's all. I
Queen
don't
takes
care
knight.
about defending material. That
Queen
doesn't matter.
hold on. Queen
Oh,
E3.
that was terrible.
Queen takes knight.
I think
Queen-
yeah, queen
hold on.
takes knight has to be it.
Why not bishop takes?
Is too fast.
Because queen
Bishop
B7.
takes, then queen b7.
Queen G7, yeah.
B7.
Okay.
B. That would be B.
Oh, B7. Yeah, you're right. It's the other side of the board. Anyway, I'm bad at coordinates. Queen F5. There's Queen E6, E3 check. Is that anything?
What's it? Is he winning our bishop with g3, a4?
Can we
after
do
this?
better?
No.
That's another question. Can we do better than just like?
no. If you
like,
win a
is there
piece, it's
something
enough.
crazy?
But you just have to double check. Yeah, if you win a
I mean-
piece, it's enough.
After queen takes, if he plays g3, then
Yeah.
a4, doesn't he win our bishop?
No, because we put our bishop on G5 and we can trade bishops.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just queen takes. I don't know why it's this like deep.
Oh, yeah, and also queen is hanging
got
on
it
g3.
immediately, and we haven't refuted it. Let's play it.
Okay.
Let's like.
So I think this is like a move from a game, probably, right? Somebody said like knight f5. If they take with the bishop, I'll trap the rook, right? And then black like took with the queen, and white was like, oh, I resign.
That's such a like really like.
Yeah, how is this?
What?
What? Why does the puzzle continue?
Wait, what is going
Sometimes
on
you
with
want
this?
it to continue.
Hey, yeah.
What is this
can't
puzzle?
satisfy anybody nowadays.
How is that an 1800 puzzle?
I
Really
don't
make no
understand
sense.
that. It was the most intuitive move, and then it was just the next
You-
most intuitive moves.
Yeah, you had two things to check, and one of them it was like not that hard to see that it was bad, so you do the other one. Anyway, moving on.
Unless you consider that queen
like-
c6 option.
Is,
All right, knight e4,
I was looking at
Oh,
knight
man.
takes d5 here, and then queen f6 maybe.
knight d5. Yeah, I'm looking at or like queen h4. Yeah, but
I mean, knight takes d5 loses to just knight takes beef.
Wait, we might need a choice.
Oh no, the bishop isn't hanging. And also we have queen f6 after that, and then maybe rook e8. Like
queen f6. Yeah.
Queen f6
Oh, yeah, queen F6.
threatening.
threatening to take the rook maybe.
Yeah, what's the difference
Oh,
between
F6. Oh, F6. I was imagining G5.
why knight d5 and not knight e4?
Because we open the e file for the rook maybe.
Go rook e1.
Like if we take on d5 and he recaptures, we have the open e
Oh,
file
he
for the rook.
recaptures. Yeah.
I mean he has to take because otherwise it's probably lost for him.
It's not forcing anything.
If he doesn't take on d5,
Yeah, I mean knight c3 is maybe really strong here, or maybe just rook e8, like pinning the pawn after we take on d5,
I
or
don't
queen f6 anyway.
know. Because he has defenses for everything. If you're checking with the rook along the e file, he has bishop e2, and if you're playing queen f6,
Okay,
he has bishop e1. So like you're developing pieces, but you're not actually like.
okay. So if we take on d5 right now, like
Yeah.
how does he? And let's say he recaptures with the e pawn, right? Otherwise he just loses a pawn, and then we play queen f6,
Yep. And then he plays bishop b1, or sorry, rook b1.
rook b1. Okay, let's see if we can do something here.
Just we can resign.
rook e8.
And rook e8, you just play bishop e2. Or...
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Why? I mean, I'm not. Yeah.
Maybe then queen d4, or like bishop.
The only question is, do we play knight e4 now, or do we take on d2 and then play knight e4?
What's the difference? Wait, if we take on
First is queen e2, because then when you take on e.
Oh, no, I mean,
and play queen h.
so what if we take on e4, and if we like if we take on e4 and then play queen f6, maybe like we may have an idea to like mate on f2 with the bishop.
No. Because he
Why
has
not?
queen e2.
I mean, we are also threatening to take the rook, right? So he has to prevent that. Like takes queen f6.
Yeah, but he
And if he goes rook b1.
Push the rook first, then we play the bishop. Yeah. White
No
has-
wait, but
Rook
and then rook
c5.
e8. Oh no, it doesn't work now.
No, this it's not a file. It's queen takes e4. Or sorry,
Oh wait,
e4.
what about queen h4?
Well, okay, knight e4, what?
Knight e4, queen h4. Exactly.
Queen h4.
Yeah, that's good. Queen
Then
h4 and
after
then
g3.
we just take on
Then
e4.
you pick up the e4 pawn and you pick up the rook.
And then you hit the rook in the corner. Yeah, yeah. That was knight e4, queen h4. Yeah, queen h4 is I think the one I'm. It's
Yeah, this
more
looks good.
forceful.
Yep, let's do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that looks hard to stop.
Now just take on e4, right?
It's over.
Yep.
Yeah.
Take the rook.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well done.
Nice.
Okay, so we're even material, so we don't have to mate if we can just win material.
Yeah.
We can win
Alright.
2 rooks for the queen, but our knight
Our
gets,
knight's
looks
not
like
good.
it's trapped, so it's probably not good enough.
Well,
Our bishop is terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's probably not
Yeah,
going
it
to use
is.
that piece.
I did want to note that our bishop is pretty awful.
Yeah.
probably not gonna factor in this puzzle.
Actually, I mean, like positionally, black should be losing, right? It's just like
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So knight d4 looks interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Knight d4 does look like a move.
But then they
Knight
just
takes.
take the queen. Knight takes with check,
No,
but
no,
then
no.
there's nothing else threatened.
Yeah, so the question is what happens if they move the queen instead of taking?
Oh, actually no. Oh yeah, we do. We just win we win an
Yeah,
exchange.
so the question is what if they play just like queen d3? Sorry,
Then
queen
then
d2.
then
Queen
then
d3
knight then
loses.
the
Queen
knight takes knight check. Maybe.
Then
And then
d
they
takes.
trade back.
And then
Oh
I'm
no!
trying to
I see
imagine-
it! I see it! I see it! I see it! It's
Okay.
knight d4, and then a queen d2. You have queen takes c1, and then if when
Well, then we
queen
fork,
takes,
yeah.
you have-
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Or
It doesn't
Yep,
matter where
yep,
where the queen goes, right? You always be careful with the knight.
Yeah, it
Oh,
doesn't
yep,
matter where
that's
the
it.
queen goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter where the queen
Yeah,
goes.
that's nice.
You're gonna take the rook with the queen no matter what.
Mhm.
Okay, so what about?
And if they take, yeah, we take with check and then
Yeah.
pick up the exchange, which is what they're gonna do.
Oh yeah, wait. What about queen c4 after knight to g4?
Queen c4.
Knight,
That's a good
Knight
plan.
four.
knight e2 still.
92.
Then we just take the knight.
Well, we win an exchange in that.
We do win an exchange with that, yeah.
And but if they
Yep.
don't, if they just move the king, so 92, king, each one.
Well, then we take the
rook.
then we take the
then we
rook.
take the rook, but then they take the queen. Yeah, then we take.
Then we
the
take the
Yep,
queen,
queen's defended. Yep. Okay.
Well,
So rook c1 was like a huge blunder from white, probably in a really good position.
Yeah.
It looks like a good move.
Yeah, it's a
Alright.
very good
I think it's
puzzle
odd, man.
for white.
Yeah.
Like if you were doing this as like a puzzle with a student, one way you would do it is you would not have the rook c1 move, and you'd be like, what should white play here, right? And then there's like the student's like, oh, rook c1, winning that piece. Like, nope, you should just put your rook on any safe square, and then win off of your position.
or develop your knight and connect your rooks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, oh it was under attack.
I think it was coming from e1, so like the answer would be you should play rook d1 or something, right? And then just finish development. And black's in trouble because this knight's wandering and the queenside pieces can't get out, so you can sort of win boringly as white, or you can play rook c1 and blunder knight d4. Not boringly, but you know what I mean. Like you can win sort of normally. Just
Yeah.
you just
can
bring
win
out your pieces.
boringly or lose to an exciting combination.
Yeah.
Right.
And now knight 92. Knight takes rook.
Rook
Yeah, take the rook.
Beautiful.
Pawn
and
takes
take the
queen.
queen.
Great puzzle.
Seriously.
Great puzzle.
I like that one.
Okay. This looks.
So this
Good
comes out of the
guy.
center fork trick in the Italian game.
Ah,
Wait,
Yeah.
we down a piece? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so why
Yeah.
don't we just take the knight with art? Why don't we play knight
Yeah.
e5? and
Yeah,
then-
knight takes knight looks good to me.
Is queen e7 maybe stronger?
we're down.
Maybe
No,
not. Why not?
because then they
You
just
take-
have d4.
Because you're taking two moves to
Then they
capture a
put
piece that's
d4.
already hanging.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Why did they put the? Why did they put the knight there?
Here. Just to create a
What were
puzzle
they
for
trying
you.
to do?
They figured like all my pieces are hanging. Maybe this will confuse black.
I'll create more hanginess.
So
Yeah.
we take the knight and then we
It did
take
confuse me,
whichever
so-
piece they don't save.
Yeah, I'd say we take the knight and then see whatever it does. Because honestly,
How-
like, I
Do
don't
they
know.
do they have any in
Therefore?
betweeners? They don't have any checks. No, they do.
I mean,
They
they
have-
have stupid knight checks where we just.
But it's
Oh yeah, no, they're because then there's bishop.
they have bishop
uh,
b5. But what does that
b5
do?
check.
C6.
Well, that
You
gets
C6.
them out. Oh no, you
No, it
blocked.
doesn't. C6 hits the bishop again. You
Yeah, I don't know. This looks too easy
Knight.
somehow.
I know. I'm skeptical.
Take the knight.
Let's do it. Let's submit it.
Take it. and watch it.
Let's say we don't stop and think. We got this.
Okay.
C6. What?
Bishop.
Takes the bishop.
They really.
All
Okay,
right.
now
Here's the
maybe-
puzzle.
Queen
Here's
E7.
where the puzzle really is.
Queen E7.
Is it-
Oh,
why not bishop
why not?
D6?
Why not? Yeah, bishop d6.
Bishop. Wait, what?
Oh, then no bishop d6. But then there's
F4.
queen b5
F4 or
queen b5
D4.
check. No,
F4
there's
wins the
queen
piece.
or there's
It's
queen
still
b5
pinned.
check.
But you got to unpin, so it makes sense. Queen
Maybe
E7.
bishop e6.
Oh, Doug just thinks the knight. It's Queen E7.
Yeah, he's right.
Wait,
Because then
what,
they can.
but why
because the
not
knight
bishop
is
e6?
pinned.
Oh wait, the knight is hanging. Yeah, sorry.
Also,
Sorry,
wait,
not
Knight
but-
hanging.
but
It's also
also-
pinned.
Also, but in all of these lines, there's queen takes b5 check, which we have to look at.
No, we
Then
don't.
we have
Okay.
bishop d7, right?
I mean, we're up.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. We play like Bishop D7. It just
Well,
doesn't.
okay, so all right. Well, let's just for the heck of it. So if you do queen e7, bishop, you worry about bishop b5 check in that line. too?
Right.
No.
Yeah,
no,
Queen
we're-
B5.
We're up a piece.
Yeah.
But then, yeah.
But if we lose like
Yeah,
two
the-
pawns, it's not that nice.
Maybe 2 pawns or something.
It's
But
fine.
then out of check, you have to play bishop, or you have to play queen d7 to get out of check. Otherwise, they would.
No, you play Bishop.
Oh, we also have a discovered
But then
the
bishop
knight,
takes
like a double check.
b7.
Fine. We're up a piece.
Then bishop takes b, or queen takes b7.
I think like on
No.
queen b5. I mean queen e7, queen b5, and then if we go
Right.
bishop d7 and he takes, we have a mate, right? With knight d3,
Probably.
and then queen e1.
Oh yeah. That's good.
It's like a
Uh-huh.
double check, right? And he can't
Uh-huh.
defend.
I like it. No, that's solid. I like that sells me.
Queen
Let's
E7.
queen e7.
So queen e7, and if he takes, we go bishop d7, and if he takes on b7, we have knight d3 check, and then king somewhere and queen e1 mate.
Knight d3. All right, I didn't.
Yeah.
That's
Falk
fine.
and Clark, you guys are looking way deeper into this than you need to. Like, your opponent's threatening to take your extra piece. You've got one single move that defends it, so you play it.
Yeah.
Okay.
The end.
Okay.
You don't look any further moves beyond that. That's it. You see that if you defend it with, like, another piece, like your pawn or your bishop, that the opponent can play d4, and then you've lost your extra piece for nothing. So then you go back to not losing it.
Fair enough. All right, queen d2. That's the first thing. That's a
Yeah.
check.
Well, it's a check.
That's a
Queen
check.
d2.
Checks
So
and
king
checks.
g1. Queen d2, king g1 maybe, and then what is our
Yeah, I
move?
don't see a good follow up immediately, but
Like pawn queen takes d3.
And the bishop and rook are hanging, right? So that's nice. So we win probably.
oh yeah, that's
and,
a double attack.
and if queen takes bishop, we take the rook with check, right?
Mhm.
And then
Yep.
we probably
We're up in a
at least we win the exchange.
That's what I'm seeing.
And maybe we can like keep checking and then bring the rook to f8 and I don't know mate somehow.
I mean, that's like. I think we win in exchange with the
That's
other player.
just-
Like,
Yep, that's enough.
yeah.
Materials equal, yeah, yeah.
So wait, does he have a
Equal
queen
enough.
f8
They're
or
up a
something?
pawn, but
Yeah, starting position, you're down
Like-
one pawn. That'll recover your pawn, and then
then we'll pick up a piece, or at least an exchange.
Yeah.
Mm.
So if we take on d3, does he have rook f1?
Rook f1.
Right?
Yeah,
the
that's a
idea
good
that if we
point,
take the
'cause it's
bishop, we
not
can
bad.
mate.
Then we get then we
the
can.
bishop. We cover f8.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a nice point.
that is nice. Is there anything else? Because it's true. Taking the pawn is not check, so it's
We're fine.
Yep. Lock it in.
Alright.
Now queen. Yeah, queen take.
Queen
Same
B.
same
Yeah, queen
same
takes-
pattern.
same thing.
Yep.
Looks okay.
Take
And now
Actually,
we take the bishop.
or we can take e4 check
Mm-hmm.
and then
E4
take
check.
the bishop or something like that.
How can
Well, we get the bishop.
No, take the bishop.
We might with
No.
the if the king moves. Are you sure?
I'm 100%
Maybe it's made
sure.
actually. Let's,
Okay.
let's
Okay,
look at
if we
it.
can be upper piece, I don't think we should calculate other lines.
I was seeing
maybe
if it
it's
was
like-
mate.
But
Or something, I
wait,
don't
well,
know.
but you like you say, right? There's only one solution, and both seem to win the piece. No, because
No, but it doesn't
because they have king
reduce the other
h2.
line.
They have king h2.
I
Yeah.
was trying to imagine if there was like
Yeah.
a mate or something, but
I mean, we only have to
No.
look at king h2, right? So it's not that cumbersome.
Because their queen can go back to f2. Like, there's
Yep.
just not a mate.
okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. Let's take the bishop.
Take the bishop, cover f8.
Yeah, it's a nice detail that it defends the back rank mate when you take the bishop.
All right,
Yeah.
queen h5 check.
Yes, win the game.
Using queen h5.
If it's not queen h5, I'm selling my hat. I don't know.
Don't
So queen
eat your
h5, there's
hat.
only king e7.
Speaking of hats, Kostya never ate his hat on stream, did he?
He never did eat that hat. No, he never did. He owes us hat eating.
He still owes us a hat eating stream.
Why was he supposed to eat a hat?
Because he was doing like puzzles with Maya,
And he
and
said, if you get this
she was
one, I'll
like,
eat my hat.
she was
I
like,
remember that.
Yeah.
And then he tried to pretend like that was like a saying of someone that believes in it.
He's like, oh, it's just a saying. It's like, no, you said you'd eat your hat.
yeah.
Well, I said I was gonna sell my hat. So
There was some puzzle that came up like, and it was suddenly way harder than all the other puzzles that she'd been given at that rating level. So he was like, okay, like whatever, like just trying to like soften the blow that really she should just give up and like they'll do like the next puzzle. And he's like, if you could solve this, I'd eat my hat. And then she solved it somehow.
You did see it, yeah.
Do you have any nice hats, Kostya?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, exactly.